Hey guys, I wanted to make a video. It's New Year's Day, and I have some questions on my laptop right here that I just wanted to read out and answer just to kind of have an overview of 2016, just for fun, because I'm home today and I'm kind of bored. Anyway, so it's looking back on 2016. Number one, what did you do in 2016 that you've never done before? I went to treatment. I have never done that before. Did you keep your New Year's resolutions, and will you make more for next year? I didn't really keep my resolutions because they were pretty much all eating disorder related, like all about losing weight and stuff like that. So obviously, once I went into recovery, then I was pretty much doing the opposite of that. And will I make more? I kind of have. Some of them, which I knew resolutions are kind of tricky because then you're really tough on yourself, and if you mess up, you get angry. I mean, that's for me. I'm very black and white perfectionist. So actually my biggest one is to, really work on my thinking and perfectionism and be more gray, not so black and white. Another one, just for the month of January, I'm going to just take a break from social media, except for this, obviously, YouTube, but like from Facebook and Instagram and stuff like that. My other one was not to dye my hair anymore, so I just dyed it like a couple days ago. It's all dark brown, but I'm not going to dye it at all this year, 2017, because I've dyed it so much the last couple years, it's just like so bleh at the end. It won't grow out really, so I wanted to grow it longer. Yeah, so those are my resolution type things. Did anyone of you, bleh, did anyone close to you give birth? Not that I can think of. Like 2 years ago, a lot of people, but now, yeah, not really anyone. Did anyone close to you die? My great-grandmother died when I was in treatment, and that was hard, just because I couldn't go to, like, her funeral and all of that. What countries did you visit? I did not visit any countries. I've never been out of the United States. If I want to say what states did I visit, yes, that's more relevant. I went to Arizona to treatment, and then in the summer I went down to Maryland and Pennsylvania to visit family. And that's all. Oh, I went to Massachusetts in November for the day. Let's see. What would you like to have in 2017 that you lacked in 2016? I put a healthy horse, just because my one horse has been struggling the last couple years just with some health problems. And he seems to be back on track now. I think we've figured out what was going on. So hopefully this year he can definitely regain all of his health and get back into, riding and all of that. That would be great. What dates from 2016 will remain etched upon your memory, and why? Pretty much like all the dates in treatment, that was a life-changing experience that I'd never had before, and I hope to never have again. Hopefully, stay in recovery and not have to go back there. So yeah, I'll definitely remember that for a long time. What was your biggest achievement of the year? Choosing recovery, definitely. Truly choosing recovery. What was your biggest failure? Tried not to dwell on failures. And obviously, if I let my mind think about it too much, I could think of failures constantly, like relapsing and things like that. But I put being a bad mother. So that's talking about with my horses. I just felt like I didn't give them as much time as I could have. I mean, I definitely take care of them. They're not like neglected or anything. They're very well taken care of. But like my miniature horse, he's like a dog. He needs tons of love and attention. And I just was very busy and didn't do that. Did you suffer illness or injury? I suffered from mental illness and self-injury, so that was definitely a, what was I trying to say? Definitely illness. What was the best thing you bought? I bought this blue beanie when I was in treatment at like their bookstore, and I love it. The only problem is that I don't have a lot of clothes that match it, so I would wear it like all the time if I could. But sometimes it clashes with what I'm wearing. Let's see. Whose behavior merited celebration? Definitely my own. I've finally gotten to the point where I can be proud of myself and congratulate myself on doing hard things and stuff like that. Whose behavior made you appalled? The world in general, just everything that went on. I don't like to talk about politics and all of that, but it definitely makes me sad thinking about where the world has gone. Where did most of your money go? My horses. They're very expensive, especially the sick one. What did you really, really, really get excited about? Christmas and the holidays. Celebrating them in recovery has been great. What song will always remind you of 2016? Stitches by, I don't even remember. But yeah, I don't really listen to pop music that much, and I didn't like at all before I went to treatment, and then that's what we kind of listened to a lot. And I just remember we had this kind of fun outing, and on the way home we were all like singing Stitches in the car. So Stitches just reminds me of all of my friends there. Compared to this time last year, are you happier or sadder? Definitely happier, which is awesome. Thinner or fatter? Technically, I weigh more, but, I'm not thin or fat. I'm perfect. So, F that question. Richer or poorer? I don't really know. Probably financially poorer because I haven't been working as much. And, taking care of horses is, I live paycheck to paycheck pretty much. But in stuff that doesn't have to do with money, definitely richer. Just living a much fuller life, being in recovery. Let's see, what did you wish you'd done more of? Spent time with friends. Because like this fall I really isolated myself, and there was a lot of friends I could have spent more time with, and that would have been awesome, but I didn't. What do you wish you'd done less of? Worried. I worried a lot, and that kind of ruins things sometimes. How did you spend Christmas? I spent it with my family, and it was great. Good, great. Did you fall in love in 2016? Not with a boy, like not romantically in love with another person, but I did kind of fall in love with myself, I finally accept and love myself, which is definitely awesome. What was your favorite TV program? Downton Abbey. Oh my gosh, I love British TV shows and stuff, and it was the last season of Downton Abbey, which makes me sad, but it was really awesome. And watching it just gave me so many feels. Let's see. Did you hate anyone now that you didn't hate this time last year? I really don't hate anyone. I think that's a really strong word. I mean, there's definitely people that annoy me, definitely people that have hurt me, definitely people that I don't like and I don't want to be with, but I don't hate. I did write that I don't like Kathy, who was my therapist at college, who I've mentioned before. I just have a lot of anger towards her, and don't really ever want to talk to her or see her again. What was the best book you read? Probably Island at the Center of the World. Who is that by? Russell something? Possibly. It's a historical book about the Dutch in the Hudson River Valley. Like colonial type things, because I worked at a museum this summer and read a lot of historical things, and that was actually a really good book. My favorite books are history and fantasy. So, what was your greatest musical discovery? Sia, probably. I'm assuming that means that, you found a new artist that you like. That's what I'm taking the question as. Anyway, I think I said this in another video. My sister kind of introduced me to her, and I actually really fell in love with some of her songs. What did you want and get to be happier? I'm definitely happier now, and that's just amazing. I love it. What did you want and not get? I don't really know, because I had a pretty awesome year. I mean, it was hard and stuff, but I got things that I wanted. I can't think of anything specific. Anyway, what was your favorite film of this year? The Huntsman, Winter's War, the second one. That was pretty awesome. I liked the first one enough, but I really don't like Kristen Stewart. So I was kind of happy that they took her character out. What one thing made your year immeasurably more satisfying? Being in recovery, definitely. It makes things so much, just you enjoy life more when you're not worried about all that stuff. I mean, I definitely worried about things, but it's just so much better. How would you describe your personal fashion concept in 2016? I don't really know what that means, but I wrote down flannel, plaid flannel shirts, button-up shirts. They're my life. I have so many of them. I wear them like year-round. And boots. Boots and plaid shirts. I wear a lot. What kept you sane? Probably my therapist. She's amazing, and just being able to talk to her about things that I can't talk to anyone else about. And having really hard times being able to talk to her about it really helped. Which celebrity or public figure did you fancy the most? Lana Parrilla is my ultimate celebrity crush, I guess. Well, not really crush, I don't know. I just love her as an actor. So she just always is my favorite. What political issue stirred you the most? The United States presidential election. It was the first presidential election I was able to vote in, and so it was a big thing. So it definitely stirred up some stuff. Who do you miss? My friends from treatment, my friends from Arizona. I went from living with them 24/7, being with them all the time, to not seeing them at all. So I definitely miss all of them. Tell us a valuable life lesson you learned in 2016. Recovery is possible. It's definitely possible. I didn't really believe that, a year ago, beginning of 2016. I didn't think that it would ever be possible. I had no hope to recover. But now I am in recovery, and I know that it's possible. So, last one. Quote a song lyric that sums up your year. The Sia song, what's it called? Bird Set Free. And this line in particular, now I fly, hit the high notes, I have a voice, hear me roar tonight, you held me down, but I fought back loud. And that song I just love because it's how my eating disorder and mental illness and everything held me down, but now I'm in recovery, and I can fly, I can sing, I'm free, and I'm fighting back. So those are the questions. The only other thing, I just wanted to mention some of my favorite YouTubers, actually, because I've been watching most of these for a while, but this year I really got into the mental health community and all of that. So these were some of my favorites. Katie Morton, Hannah Vancouver, I Drank the Seawater, who is her name is Melissa. So I'm gonna butcher this name. Laura Lejean, I don't remember. I know she had a video where she said how to pronounce it. I think it's French or something, but I don't remember. I'm really bad with pronunciation. Like Kristen and Sarah Frances Young. Those are just some of my favorites that do things with mental health. And then the ones I just watch for fun. My ultimate favorite YouTubers that I watch just because they make me happy and I love them. Dan Is Not on Fire and Amazing Phil. I just love them. They're amazing. And then Sam and Mickey, who are Australian, and they do Barbie parody stop motion films, which sounds kind of weird, but they're really talented and their films are really funny and I just love them. Yeah. So 2016 was a crazy year. Definitely, I've never experienced some of the things that I did, but looking back now, it was also one of the best years, just because I'm finally in recovery. It just feels amazing to say that, Oh, I didn't write it down. Can't believe this. I wanted to give a little shout out to Phoebe, or Paper Chains. She's a YouTuber too, that does mental health stuff, and she is so talented and amazing, and she writes, and I could just listen to her, talk forever, because she's amazing. I don't know. Anyway, I love her, and she's given me lots of support. Also, I've gotten so much support from all of my sisters from treatment. We stay in contact through Facebook and write each other letters and all of that, and they have been amazing supports. Katie Garrett, actually, she has a YouTube channel too. So, yeah, this was kind of just random stuff about 2016. And now I'm moving on to 2017. And it's going to be even better because it just will be. And I'm going to go to college in 3 weeks. I cannot wait. So yeah, Happy New Year, guys. I really hope everyone has a wonderful New Year and a year in general, 2017, that it would bring you health, happiness, recovery, all of that. Love you. Bye.